Hello. Hi, everyone. Hey, Steve. Hi, Michael. Hi, everyone that's watching. Let's play some Gallerist. The third Gallerist playthrough. They have been staggered out. It's 3 over like 6 years. 5.5 years. It's been a while. It's one of my favourite solo games. It's definitely my favourite solo Vital Lacerda game. And it's just gorgeous. Look at it. So good to be back. I assume you can see me and hear me. Hi, everyone. Hey, Paul. And hopefully you can hear me okay. There's a fan on. But hopefully the technology inside all of this should mask it. And hopefully you can't hear it. Although maybe you weren't hearing it and now you can because I've said that. Yeah, there's a power washer on outside. So all of the windows are sealed shut because I tested it. The noise cancellation does not get rid of the sound of a power washer. Literally like right outside the house. Next door. The downsides are the warm weather. You can hear everything? Great. Hey, Doobadoo. Hey, Moran. Hey, Martin. Right, let's get to it then. So, as always, I'll say, well, this can be the jump point. Like, I need to put timestamps in all the time to get rid of the starting soon bit. Hi, everyone. Let's play the Gallerist. A short stream. Yes, just a short stream. Well, the last one I checked was like 3 hours long, so hopefully we will be quicker than that. Yeah, we're running an art gallery. We are playing against Lacerda. I'm in blue, Lacerda's in yellow. We need to pick one of the 4 action spots on the board to start at. Lacerda will start in the opposite way. I take all of my turns as normal, and what I like so much about the solo mode of the Gallerist is all Lacerda will ever do on his turn, move a space forward, not do anything, and leave an assistant behind. If he comes to the international markets, just take a tile away. There is that. But generally, they still provide you with kicked out actions and all of this extra stuff that the game has. But yeah, you are puzzling it out. Here is your setup. The cards in the display will be different. The artists and their works of art will be different. The bonuses that you can get from the market and the starting points will be completely different every time and in different places, even if they are the same tiles. So from that, how can you make it work? Because we also are not just trying to get a high score. This is my proper solo score sheet as well. You can get this on Board Game Geek in the files section. I assume you could once upon a time. That's how I've got it. So it tells you how to do some of Lacerda's things. And yeah, they're going to take tickets away as well and count down the game because it's largely set up as a 2-player game. Here's the important bit. For the ratings in the solo game, to be an apprentice, we need to do 1 goal of our curator card. So you have a curator card and an art dealer card that tell you about the kinds of things you create. Your curator wants a certain combination of things to be in your gallery at the end of the game. Your art dealer wants you to have sold a certain combination of things. So if you sold 2 paintings and a sculpture, you'd get 15 coins at the end, which is points. So you want to satisfy 1 goal on each, get 4 of these reputation tiles, 1 masterpiece, so that's a work of art from a painter who's become a celebrity, an artist, not necessarily a painter, and have $160. We don't want to do that though. Experienced, you have to do the best goal on your curator, 1 goal on your art dealer, 5 reputation tiles, 2 masterpieces, and $180. But we don't want to do that either. So here's the risk, because it's kind of all or nothing. It tends to be if you go for Master Gallerist and don't get it, it probably will turn out that you don't get any ranking. Because it's different. You need 35 money from these cards. So it's up to you how you do it. You can just do this and the entire art dealer card, or you can do, I think usually I try and go for the bottom curator one and then 2 of these. Yeah, that's 35, isn't it? 5 reputation tiles still, 3 masterpieces. So you've either got to make a ton of celebrities or have a couple of works of art by 1 celebrity at least. And the money doesn't matter. That's the kind of bonus. It doesn't matter what your score is. As long as you satisfied all of those other things, you're alright. So last stream was April last year, and we did manage to get Master Gallerist. So I'd love to do it again. Because, yeah, once upon a time, when I was playing this constantly, when it was still pretty new, it got to the point where I could pretty much do it all the time. So now, we'll see how much that fades. So the thing we need to do at the start is pick one of these action spaces to start at, and that's going to influence where Lacerda is going to be, because Lacerda is going to start in the opposite space to us. So I think usually, yeah, I haven't really done research as to how this changes, but usually I start here because discovering an artist or buying a work of art is, a great jumping off point. And it also means that Lacerda starts over here, so it's the longest possible time, the longest number of turns until he comes back here and starts putting his apprentices in here. Because on his turn, he moves, leaves an apprentice behind. So he won't get here for, it'll be the 4th turn before he starts taking these tiles away and filling this up. Because as well as stealing the tiles, and I want 5 of them, there is majorities available at the end of the game. There's points available. Well, I suppose points don't really matter to me. But yeah, getting the coins will help in other aspects. So that's usually what I do. So we can see, if we zoom in on the spaces, if I go for my usual start, this is a reputation tile that will go on my gallery board here. Oh, it's a bit weird. I've done it sideways so that I didn't have to zoom out loads to have it underneath the board. It goes on here. So I don't actually get this until I've put 3 works of art in my gallery. But when I do, this goes down here. It'll trigger one of these bonuses. And at the end of the game, I will get an influence, which is so useful, and $3 for every work of art that I've sold. I do want to sell probably 4 works of art, so that's not a bad thing to start with, and it's the space I usually like, so I feel like I'm going to go for that. So if I start here, all the other influence tiles can be moved away. Lacerda starts opposite me, and I'll have the first turn. Hi everyone. Hey Matt, Michael. Martin, you've been playing loads of On Mars. Oh, On Mars is your first Lacerda game. Oh wow. Well, all of these are going to seem so easy in comparison then. You've started with, maybe... It's been a long time since I've played original Vignex. Maybe that would rival it a little bit for kind of complexity. But On Mars, certainly, top end. Right. So yes, I am coming here then. So there's 4 action spaces. Each of those action spaces, you'll choose one of the 2 available actions and do it. And as always, these beautiful Eagle Griffin, Ian O'Toole deluxe editions come with a player aid that walks you through all of the steps for your actions. So do I want to discover a new artist, get them moving, start getting them famous? Or we do start the game with 1 discovered artist, so I could buy a work of art as well. It would cost 5, because that's their starting fame. And then when you buy art, you can get some tickets. They wouldn't get any more famous. It puts some visitors out. What I think I want to do, I've seen that this would be quite a nice work of art to start with, because making them more famous is great when you've got these collectors in your gallery. You don't start the game with them in your gallery. I do have one in my lobby. So this here doesn't give you any fame whatsoever, but it does give you a load of tickets, which is useful to get people into your gallery. But to be able to buy this work of art, there needs to be a painter discovered to paint it. So I think, yeah, there's expert artists and intermediate, beginner artists. Yeah, I think I'm going to discover an artist. So the steps, you flip the artist tile and mark their initial fame. It tells you what their initial fame is going to be. So we can flip them over, grab a cube. Their initial fame is going to be 5. Gain the benefit from the artist bonus tile. That's this. And it tells me that I can take 2 tickets. They have to be different. So the available tickets, there's pink, brown, and white. I just have to take 2 different ones. These are used as part of an executive action. They are used to move visitors, basically. So 1 ticket can move a visitor from the center to your lobby, from your lobby to your gallery, or from your or from your opponent's gallery to the central section. So you can take other people's things, but only if they kind of leave them hanging out in their lobby. So then, oh yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Thanks, Matt. Like, yeah, starting here means I have to do something different first. Okay, well we'll still do this. We'll still stick where we are. All of that's still true. That's going to be a preview of my second action. Yeah, I just put the tile back, don't I? Where's that bonus tile gone? We know what the bonus is. So I can come back here in a minute. First of all, yes, I'll go and get a contract first, because that gives me a nice action to have as well. So when you move from a location, you can leave an assistant behind. Yeah, because Lacerda moves on their first move as well. This will give me the advantage of, I don't think I'm going to get to use it because I'm probably going to do this on my second action. But if Lacerda comes here, he kicks my assistant out and I get a kicked out action, which is always lovely to have. But here is where I'm going to benefit from that in a minute. So I'll just leave one behind anyway. So I can take one of these contracts. So these are what you need to be able to sell works of art. They're orders, basically, for different types of art. I'm planning on getting a painting pretty sharpish. So that, initially would be quite appealing. But you're also thinking about, at the bottom here, this is another kicked out action. So another executive action. One of the executive actions is spending tickets to move those visitors, like I was saying before. But the other one is use the bonus from a contract card. The downside is your assistants at the start, you don't have that many assistants. You've got 2, and I've got one just waiting in the middle of nowhere. You have to have your assistant on the contract card, basically until you fulfill that order. And then it flips around, you get the thingy back, and there's a couple more actions depending on who bought the work of art. You'll see all of that as we go on. So basically, for the order and the painting I'm planning on getting first, I should take this card. But for the contract bonus, this is get a customer of your choice out of the bag and into your gallery. So straight into your gallery. Now what I could do here instead, the other action by the way is sell a work of art. I haven't got a work of art, I haven't got an order for one, so that's off the table for now. What I can do first is draw 4 new cards, but I can't go back to this choice. So ideally, I could find a card that's got the bonus that I like, and it's an order for a painting, which I want to buy anyway. I do start off with some decent money. But I'm stuck with what I get then. I might not even get a painting order at all. This one here is take another contract for free, which is nice because then I could take this. I just might not have the assistance to keep going in that chain. Let's take that. Let's be sensible. I'm not going to draw 4 new ones. So I'm going to take that and it goes on one of these spaces. So the very first contract you get for each of these spaces gets you a ticket, and it's up to you what you end up with. I think I might just go for the Neapolitan space and take a white ticket, because as an executive action I could spend that white ticket now to bring that collector straight into my gallery. Wouldn't really benefit me just yet, but they're in there then. I don't have to worry about it. I think that's what I'll go for. So that gets topped back up, so there isn't a gap. Oh, the next one would have been get a brown or pink visitor from the plaza to my gallery, which is nice. That would have been nice, but I didn't go for that. So the executive action now, I could spend this worker, put them on here and take another contract. Downside then, I wouldn't have an assistant to use on the next contract that I got. But I could try and get another contract in a bit. Or do I just spend I think I'll just spend my white ticket and put my collector from my lobby into my gallery so they can get moving. Now that is the number of collectors I can have, by the way. You've got a limit, one collector plus the number of works of art you've sold. So this ticket is now out of the game. This is the timer for the game. There are other triggers, like if the bag of visitors is empty, or 2 or more artists or celebrities, the game ends then. But generally it'll end with these tickets. So I think that's my action. Yeah, take the contract, take the ticket. I did an executive action as well. You can do an executive action before or after your main action. So it's time for Lacerda to take their turn. So they come off here. They leave an assistant behind. If I come to do this action and kick them or their assistant out, I have to discard a ticket from the game. It's the pile with the most in it, isn't it? And then you can decide if there's a tie. Yeah, discard a ticket from the largest stack. So they're just going to come clockwise. They kick me out, which means, well, normally in the game it would be after this person's action, you can take a kicked out action. But yeah, in the solo game, they're not going to take an action unless they come to this location. So your kicked out action, you can either take an executive action, spend your tickets, or put an assistant on a card, just like you can on your turn. Or for a kicked out action, you can move your influence marker down to the next star, which it's a lot of influence to spend right now. You can move your influence down and take one of these actions as if you'd gone there yourself. So it's a fantastic kind of opportunity. But ideally, you want to have, just a touch more influence so that it would only cost you 1. And normally, I'm pretty big on influence. Like, I try and get the VIPs, the pink meeples, as quickly as possible. The setup of the game, there's some on the works of art that will be coming out, but right at the start, there were no VIPs to be found. So I could put my assistant down here and get myself another contract, and then when I do get someone later on, when I do get some more assistants, I could activate that ability. So I can come and buy new assistants. They cost money, of course. So does everything. Yeah, I'm going to do that as a kicked out action. Let's use my assistants. I'm going to take... I'm not going to get to do their action just yet, am I? Taking anyone out of the bag is lovely. And so we should be thinking about what I want to display and what I want to buy as well. I do want a sculpture just in my gallery at the end. If we're going to go for this combination to get 35 points from the cards, I need to have had so many paintings. Sold 2 of them. So maybe we get another order for a painting and get that done. It does get me a collector or a VIP from the plaza. Getting someone from the bag is nicer. But just get us started on those paintings. Because I can't get more collectors in anyway yet. I would probably get a VIP in, wouldn't I? Yeah. And I'm going to put them on the brown ticket space, because then, in a future executive action, I can start working on bringing some... These aren't collectors, investors into the gallery. And then that can help me get money. Usually I really want loads of VIPs, get loads of influence, because you can play with influence in beautiful ways. But having money won't hurt either. So that's my kicked out action from Lacerda coming to where I was. I come back to my gallery now, and I can go anywhere on my turn. So I could come here again and kick Lacerda out. It means they wouldn't leave an assistant behind, but I've really got nothing to do here. I suppose I could get another contract. Oh, whoops. Sorry, Lacerda. I could get another contract and get another ticket and all of that stuff. I've got no assistants to be doing the contracts with, though. It seems a bit wasteful. It's also a little bit wasteful to come here, because really, I could come here in a minute. When Lacerda comes around, I could take a kicked out action to come here, because I left my assistant behind. I do really want to do that action. Although, having said that, I could go here discover my artist like I wanted to, and then Lacerda comes and kicks me out, and I can move down the influence and get the kicked out action that way. It's just that we're still in that situation of it's expensive influence-wise to get that free action. It's 5 influence. Whereas it's tempting to come to one of these actions that costs influence and then, you know, even if I spent 1 influence, it only costs 4 to do that free action in a minute. So I could promote an artist, that costs influence. Getting new assistants would be lovely, but I'm not sure quite how viable it would be yet. Getting reputation tiles is nice as well. And that's tempting. We'll discard a ticket for doing it. But then, like, we've got one in. The downside is I haven't got an assistant to leave behind when I leave. But I will have an assistant because Lacerda will kick this assistant out. I think this will be okay, yeah. Let's come over here. So, at the international markets, there we go. You can pick a column. This column's only in a 3 or 4 player game. So ignore that entire column. The top part is where we get these reputation tiles. It costs this much influence, and you must have these people in your plaza. So moving that collector into my gallery was maybe a bit premature. But I have got, and you can do an executive action before your main one, I have got a ticket. I can get a collector, an investor, in my lobby. Yeah. So I could do that. Oh, but I haven't got... You also have to have done something with a work of art. Now, this isn't a good idea. It'll be great for in a minute, because I want to be in here to do it again, to build up these reputation tiles as soon as possible. But you also have to have done something with one of the styles of art, and I haven't really done anything yet with any kinds of art. So I can get the visitor in, but I can't do the art yet. I could just promote an artist. That's only going to cost 1 influence, though. I want to earn some influence. There's no real way of doing it, though. Because the bonus for discovering this artist is... The only way to get influence right now is to discover the better artist. So that's going to be expensive to buy their art, and I need to buy loads of paintings, but they will be better and they'll sell for more from the beginning. It's so tough. I do really like it. It's just brain bending right from the start. Everyone's playing Hallertau. Great. I love Hallertau. I've never played Root. I am interested in playing Root with the clockwork at some point. I haven't got it. Because I know that the multiplayer would definitely not be for me. Hey, Heavy Cardboard, how's it going? Yes, please like and subscribe. This is your favourite. This is absolutely my favourite solo Lacerda as well. I think Kanban still takes it multiplayer, but solo, yeah, far and away. Love it. I'm bad at it. No. But yeah, I'm just going to discover the artist. And yeah, I'm tempted to go for the better artists. They're not that different, really. The way these have come out, this game, there are 2 artists of each type, I think. You know, each level of experience, each colour and each type, there are 2. And just, you shuffle them all up, the first one of each type that comes out is here for this game. So there is a really inexperienced artist that comes in at a 1 or a 2, like around there. But we got the more experienced artists. So they're not actually that different. It'd put a collector out in the middle. It would get me just 1 influence, which is a bit rubbish. You know, it's better to save that up for later. Just spend the 5 influence. Just do it. We can, of course, like, buy a work of art from this artist with this same action. It would cost 5. But I could get a bit of a discount. The other thing that you can do with influence, So you can come down to the next star as a kicked out action to take the action as if you'd gone there. But you can also go down to the next money amount and get a discount. So for every coin you go down, instead of costing me 5, now it only costs me 4. Now it only costs me 3. And the best thing, the thing I really like the most, is getting right the way up this influence track, because you see, rather than having to spend loads of influence, you can get massive discounts, a coin for every step that you go down. So as you keep floating around here, you can like get to 35, or I'll get a 4 discount on something, and then your next kicked out action, oh, that only costs me 1 to get down. I'll learn some influence again. If you can keep bouncing up and around there, it's brilliant, but you can't do that early on. Let's just spend the 5. Let's just discover the artist we were going to discover. So all of the steps from before, the bonus action, the bonus tile that I lost ages ago. Oh, here it is. Was get 2 different tickets. I'm going to stick with my original plan. So get 2 different tickets. So I think I'll go for brown. Yeah. Because then I can just get an investor straight into the gallery. So we'll have a brown. And then we want someone in the lobby. Now, if we get bonuses like this one here for earning money, the more investors in your lobby, the better. And no pink artists, no VIPs are coming in just yet. When they do come in, I want them straight in the lobby. I can't do a collector until I've sold a work of art, so let's just get moving on this. I'm going to get a pink ticket. So I've had my 2 tickets. Flip the tile and mark the frame, gain the bonus, and take a signature token. So here's something else that I get. So when you discover the artist, you put their signature token there. This means you can't discover another artist yet until you've gotten rid of this. You get rid of it by buying a work of their art. So maybe I should have bought a work of art first. No, we'll go around in circles like this all day. Stick with it. It means, though, that when you do buy a work of art from them, no matter their fame level, you can buy their work of art for their starting amount, which is just 5. So, you know, I could go and make them more famous before I buy a work of art from them and get a nice discount. I don't know if I'm going to do that, though, because I'm about to get kicked out and I want to take that kicked out action. I kick myself out so I can just have that assistant. So I could use them on the contract. I would have no one to have kicked out actions with. Oh, that's really tempting. I probably wouldn't do it just yet, though. If we do it after I've bought this painting, there'll be a VIP in the plaza, and I can get them straight into my gallery. Yeah, hold off on that. Don't use your assistant just yet. You've discovered the artist. End of turn. Lacerda kicks me out, leaves an assistant behind where he came from. Doesn't do anything. Do I want to spend... I think... Yeah. I don't want to spend 5 influence, but I will. So, am I going to stick with this because it wouldn't increase fame, it would get me a lot of tickets, and it would put a pink VIP out of here. I could buy a sculpture. I don't need to sell any sculptures, though. I just need to have one in my gallery. It'd get me 1 ticket. Their fame would go up for me buying that, though. So I don't feel like I need to do that as much. Whereas paintings, I've got 2 contracts for them as well. I think they need to get done. I'm going to buy art. So that's the action that I'm pretending I came here to do. So to buy art, you pay the cost. So I've got nothing out of my discount, really. So it costs me 5. Rather than getting a signature token, I use the one that's over here. So I mark their current fame. So they are currently 1 green star. So I put the signature token there. And it reminds me how much this piece of art is worth. 5 right now. They need promoting. So pay the cost, take the signature token, move visitors to the plaza. Yeah, off the tile. Receive the indicated tickets. It's 1 of each ticket. I think these are a mini expansion. I think their combinations are like this one over here gives you a lot more initial fame, but it gives you no tickets. I don't think they're in the base game. There is also one that I haven't got. There's like a scoring mini expansion that changes the way that intermediate scoring works, I think. I'm not entirely sure because I've never seen it. I haven't got it. Do they sell it in America? I don't think they sell it on its own here. But I think I got these like the first time we went to America in 2016. I got them from Cool Stuff Inc. Can you get the scoring expansion on its own? I've seen it bundled with the game here, but I don't need the game. It's here. I think if you back an Eagle Griffin Kickstarter as well, you can get it. But I haven't. Right. Receive the indicated tickets. Increase the fame of the artist. There was no fame on that work of art. Exhibit the art on your board. Here we go. You can see the grand opening of the Slickerdrips gallery. We've got a lovely painting to start us off with. So that was a kicked out action. I go back to my gallery so I can do anything. I could do this again. And they won't get to leave an assistant behind. I'm running low on assistants. But I could buy another work of art and then get to selling them. I can afford another painting as well because their fame didn't go up. So if I bought the painting and then made them more famous and then started to sell the paintings, what about that? It sounds good to me. Let's not overthink it. I'm going to go. So, I laid these out here so that you could easily see how many's left, but I don't know how many's left of each. Well, we've got 4, 8, 4, 7, 4, 8. So I can get rid of pink or white. Let's go for a white. Doing this because I'm kicking Lacerda out. Hey, Timex. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for tempting you. Yeah, for a change, I'm sticking to plans. I would love to have some tea. I think it would be too hot in here, though. The downside of the weather warming up, we're getting back to the roasting filming room. The scoring mini expansion came with your game. Yeah, in a way, like, I'm glad that I got the Gallerist and have been enjoying it since whenever I did. But, yeah, it didn't come with the scoring mini expansion back then. Yeah, and the tickets count down. So, like, yeah, a great thing about that work of art is it gave me 3 tickets. But the downside is I've just kind of hurried along the end of the game. Something without tickets, I only need 1 photo, unfortunately. I need 2 kind of 3D art. So that might be the other artist that we try and make famous. Because we've got to have at least 2 artists to be famous, really. It's hard. Right. But one of the 3D works of art that we have exhibited at the end can be this. There's an auction that's going on. It's complicated. We'll get to it, I hope. But yeah, you randomize what's available. One of each of the works of art, and it happens to be that this 3D art is what's up for auction in our game. So I'm kicking Lacerda out. I'm going to buy another painting. Yeah. And then we make her famous, and then we sell them. But we're discarding tickets like nobody's business, because like here is an action that's available. But if I come here and make her more famous, it'll be more expensive to get the painting later. But here I don't have to kick Lacerda out at all, and he'll kick me out again. And it'll all be fine. Because we could just promote, then sell the painting, and then use that money to buy the now more expensive painting, which will then make them even more famous. Why don't talk yourself out of things? You so nearly decided on something. And then I could spend so many more tickets. I've got loads of tickets now to be moving people. Back up. Let's put that white ticket back. I am not... I'm going to promote. I'm going to promote while it's free and I don't have to kick anyone out. Hey, Mike. How's it going? Hope you enjoyed the playthrough later. And Raining Tacos, absolutely. The thing that I forgot, when buying a work of art, I've uncovered a new work of art. Number of tickets on it is the number of meeples you draw out the bag. They sell... Oh, thanks, Keith. They sell them off the Eagles website. I'm not sure, like... Maybe it's more doable now, but I don't think you could order things from American websites to have delivered to your hotel when you're in America. Because hopefully, who knows what the future holds, but Rach and I are hoping that there will be some kind of American visit this summer. I don't want to jinx it. It feels scary saying it out loud, in case it doesn't happen now. Right. So I'm promoting. Because Lacerda's coming and kicking me out, I want to do two things. I want to promote and I want to buy new assistants. So this is the action for both of those things. So if I come here and promote, Lacerda is going to come and kick me out. And then I can use that kicked out action to buy new assistants. Which order do I want to do it in that order though? I've only got 5 money. So if we look at my player board, you have to buy assistants in this order. And if they've got a little icon, you'll get that as a bonus. So with 5 money, I could buy these. I can be using influence, of course, for a bit more money. I can't get 3... I can get 3 money. Oh, but I haven't got the space to buy 4 unless I use this action first and don't spend any tickets. Ooh. I'm just trying to puzzle this thing out now. So on the influence track, I can move my marker down 1, 2, 3 money. And then I've got 5. I can buy these 4 assistants. And there'll be space if I use him on the contract there. I will then get, at the moment, 1 influence from this bonus. It's 2 influence for every VIP, 1 for every collector. I've got 1 collector, so that's 1 influence. But 1 influence is all I need to take the kicked out action. And then I could spend all my tickets to get... I could only get 1 VIP in here. But then my promotion would get me 3 influence. It doesn't matter which way around you do it, I don't think. I'm going to do what I said, though. So first of all, I'm going to put the assistant I have on here and get myself a VIP or an investor. Pink or brown. Now, I have got the tickets for a pink. I've got tickets for a brown as well, but there are loads of browns. So I feel like I'm going to go for brown. Get them from the plaza into my gallery. Then I'm going to buy assistants. So hiring assistants, pay the cost, put them in your office, get their hiring bonus. So here we say goodbye to a load more tickets again. So this is going to cost me 8. I don't have 8, but as you said, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 discounts here. Oh, Matt, you are pointing out the big flaw in my plan. You've got to spend the influence for the promotion. So it's great that it's going to earn you some. Do I need to do it this way around first then? Undo. So if we do the promotion first. What if you used this to get a pink? Does this work? If you used your... Yeah, use this to get a pink into your plaza right now. Doing promotion will cost you 2. But its bonus is the influence thing again. So I would get 3 right now, which would give me 6. Kicked out action knocks me down to 5. Doing the assistance costs me all of it to get the discount. If I don't have to buy them all. I could just leave myself at 5. But if I did buy them all, then I'd get another influence action, which I could use to get 3 back. And then hopefully get some more influence from somewhere else and bump me back up for doing kicked out things. I think that works. So yeah, promotion. I did that to get a pink person first. Promotion. You decide who you're promoting, and it tells you what they've already got here. So they've already got the 1 thumbs up. You can't do the number 1 anymore. And you've got to go like in order. So whichever artist I want to do, and I'd probably do painting, it costs me 2 influence to do this. So promote, artist, pay the influence, yes, receive the bonus, which is the influence. 2 for him, 1 for him. 1, 2, 3. Put the 2 on the artist there. And as always, yeah, it's better to do later when you've got more things, but baby steps early on. And then increase fame. So their fame increases by 1 plus 1 for every collector you have in your gallery. So 1, 2. They've now moved up past this 2 green star, or on it would count as well. So I can move their signature token up because, let's put it this way around actually. I know it's the symbol's upside down, but just so that doesn't go off the table. So the painting that I've got in my gallery has gone from being worth 5 to 8. Right. And so next time it would cost me more. I would get different bonuses for promoting them. Yes. And then Lacerda comes round. All of the actions are now full of little Lacerdas. Kicks me out again. I am going to take the kicked out action, which only cost me 1 influence to knock down there. Now I can stay on 5, or I could get all of these assistants and still end up on 3, and then hope to earn some more from somewhere. So we've got to go and start selling paintings. And for that, we're going to need people in our gallery to then leave our gallery. I'm going to get them all. Let's just do it. So discount 1, 2, 3. And then I can pay the 5. So I've got no money now. I'm going to hire all 4 assistants. So they fill up my available desks. But then if I go and sell a painting, one of these will come back and there isn't space and I'll just lose them. So maybe I want to go and discover an artist next. Oh dear. It's okay. Tell myself that. It is okay. Do it, just do it. Maybe we don't sell straight away. We go and discover an artist, or we go to the reputation place. The downside is I can't really take advantage of... I can only really go to the auction, spending money, which I could have done earlier, actually. This is just me in silence now. Melting my brain. Yeah. I'll buy them all. Yeah, stick with it. Now, take an action. I lose an assistant if I go and do that. So what do you want to do instead then? Oh, you haven't had your bonuses. So you need a brown ticket and a pink ticket. Loads of tickets to spend now. And the influence action, which gets me 3 influence. So we can start spending tickets now. So I can get the people in my lobby I need to be able to go to the international markets. It's just, I can't get a tile until I've sold a work of art, and I can't sell a work of art yet. But if I come here, I can't leave a worker behind because he's going to keep kicking me straight out, and I can't leave things behind. I'm going to discover an artist. So that kicks Lacerda out. And I need to discard something. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I didn't just get a white, did I? So white has the most. That gets discarded for kicking them out. And I've got no money, so it's going to have to be discovering an artist. But we have a sculptor discovered. I need a photographer and a 3D artist. And really, ideally, we would get the 3D artist to be a celebrity. And then if we get this at the end of the game, that's a masterpiece. That's one of the 3 masterpieces that's in there. Is it just buy one? It just says meet the conditions on, I think. I'm getting it muddy in my head. Matt thought it was sell as well. Or did I just change my mind? Let's get the final word on it. I think it's just have. Just have feels right, but maybe it just feels right because it benefits me right now. Come on, international market. You must have acquired, either exhibited or sold, the corresponding one. Right, so maybe I do need to discover artists as well, though. Yeah, we could come over here because that still kicks him out. He's about to kick me out. So we could come here twice. But have I got the influence to do that? I'm not going to have the influence, am I? Because I'm right down here. Unless I earn a load of influence somehow, I wouldn't be able to take advantage of the kicked out action. Because it's going to cost me 1 at minimum. And then I would have to do the whole thing to do the kicked out action. Kicked out action could be the executive action of doing your tickets. So the advantage is you put a assistant in the space where you take a tile from. No, we can get influence. No, we can't get influence back. We can get influence back. But the way things are right now, there are no more VIPs to get. If there were more VIPs, I could bring them in here and take in an influence action, because when you get the reputation tile, you put it on one of these spaces here. Someone has to leave your gallery, don't they? They go from your lobby to the plaza. But I could take an influence action here, but it wouldn't get me over the edge. So I'm on 3. I could just pay for 1 for one of these tiles. It'd have to be this one. Pop it on there, get influence. I would get 1, 2, 3, putting me up to 5. I would still have to spend all 5 of it to do the kicked out action. Yeah, I think we'll discover an artist for now. And so who do we want to discover? Probably not another painter. You could discover a new type. And the bonus is, getting more people in the gallery is nice. We just only need 1 photo, and it's going to be sold and not exhibited. We want masterpieces. So yeah, we want the 3D artist to get all rich and famous. Oh, you gain influence! So that is worth doing then, isn't it? Yeah, there's a great big minus on the things where you're spending. Sorry I'm going back and forth everywhere. Apparently... So that is going to be worth it then, isn't it? Totally. To go here and get a couple of tiles. So first of all, before I do the action, I'm going to have to get more people into my lobby, because you need at least someone in your lobby. I've got a ton of tickets here. Unfortunately, can't spend any pink ones because there are no VIPs. But I've got a white ticket, so we can get a collector in the lobby. So now anything here is eligible. I've got 4 brown tickets. I don't want to spend all 4, because then that just puts 2 in my gallery, which is nice. But someone has to leave your lobby, don't they? When you put a tile down here. And I don't want to only leave a collector in there. I'm going to spend 3 brown tickets. 1 can go straight into the gallery. 1 goes in the lobby. Although if I take another tile in a minute, that is going to happen. You do it by column. Yeah, so I could still go on the auction because I could drop down to earn 1 money. So I could still go on one of these things in the auction. And yeah, it's basically like who spent the most money here gets that work of art at the end of the game. So I can't get 6, so I could get myself a variety of tickets, or I could get myself a reputation tile. Either, that's have things in your gallery, isn't it? Number of art tiles in your gallery at the end, which is going to be 4. This one is each artist that has 15 or more fame. There's going to be at least 2, because there has to be at least 2 celebrities, don't there? I think this one, it gets me more influence right now. 1, 2, 3. So the kicked out action's only costing 1 right now. And it's definitely going to be quite lucrative at the end. I can only go for this row because I've only got a painting so far. I can go for this column because I have... It's just anyone in your lobby. So I can go for that. So which bonus do I want? Now, influence... I would only earn 3 influence, and if I'm taking the kicked out action, that's not worth it, because it just means the kicked out action is going to cost me more. Money would get me 3 right now. I could increase an artist's fame by just 1. The next assistant for free... Oh, I need to put my assistant out here. So, the next assistant for free would fill my assistants up again. So, maybe isn't that great. Put someone in from the plaza into my gallery is nice. It's just going to be a collector again. But that does mean that when I get that money bonus, I've got a lot of people in my gallery. Because I can't do a collector because I've still only sold... I've sold nothing. So I can only have 1 collector. Everything would be nicer later. Tickets, yeah, but tickets is making the game end quicker. I'm going to just go for get someone into your gallery. Money so you can go in the auction with the kicked out. Oh, that is a point. I'm coming straight back here, and if I do go into the auction, I could, if I lose all of my stuff, I could get to 3. But I could end up spending 6. Or just spend 3 in terms of the money I earn from this. And I could even just earn the 3 money back by going there. Yeah, getting a foothold in a nice... Actually, the assistant wouldn't matter because we're about to get... If we're doing a kicked out action and come in here again, we are going to put another assistant out here. So a free assistant wouldn't be a bad thing at all. But we could just right now. And then we could get another free assistant. Just come with a ticket. Let's try and build up the influence. I think you're right. Let's get some money. So it's only 3 money, and someone has to leave the lobby. We'll do the collector, because we can still... I could have spent all the tickets and just had 2 collectors in the lobby. You don't have to bring them all out and then one's left. There we go. Just to do it all in one action. There's no reason not to do that, I don't think. So that's my move. Lacerda comes over. So Lacerda goes first and takes tiles away. So 1 from here, 1 from here. And then starts like going down in a pattern from then. The top leftmost empty space. So yeah. There, then there, there, then there, then there. So he comes here and takes that away. And is working for majorities in these columns as well. Now, my kicked out action, I can just spend 1 influence to do it. Now what do I want to do? I still got people in my lobby, so I could still go for this. And someone would have to leave the lobby. And it would earn me an influence back. I could get on quite a nice auction position. I could just spend the money that I've got and get that assistant that I was thinking about doing. Because it's still costing 3 money like the assistant costs, but I don't have to go and do the action, and it's getting me majority in this and for the auction. Or I could spend all of my influence and bid 6 in the auction. Get myself someone into my gallery, but it would just be a collector right now. Get some more influence, it would just be 3 right now. I would get another one for choosing that column as well. I want to build up influence, though. I'm not going to spend it for money. I'm going to spend the 3. Let's go for this column again. So earn 3 influence. One of my assistants needs to go out. I'm going to get the free assistants. It does mean, though, in a few turns' time, that's one of their options gone, and they'll get to this quicker. Oh, does he do? Oh, yeah, he does it when he gets kicked out as well. So he should already have placed someone there. He will now place someone there. I wasn't going to choose that anyway. But it means if I go here, he's very close to doing that. I want to get some money and come right back here, don't I? And like how? Yeah, because his next one, if I kick him out, he'll go there. And so I could come here. But that's spending all of my money on this again. Let's not get the free assistant. And not build the influence up. But you get the money, you get the influence straight away. So getting that first money, I lose all that 3 influence that I would have gained. Stick away that we just might have to pay 6 and some stuff over this column in the auction. Get the free assistant. Move on. We're back at the gallery. I think it's just top leftmost space. I've got on my player aid anyway. Let's have a look. Solitaire in the international market. The first available space. Starting in the top left. Oh, then he moves right. Yes, you are right. Yeah, so he does it in like reading order, but he alternates between the... So we've got a bit of time. That's not too bad. Right, so I want to go and sell a work of art. So that's kicking him out again. He is about to kick me out, though. So I could get another contract. Right, so there's 7 of each, isn't there? I think we will get rid of a brown ticket. No, there's 6 of that. Get rid of a pink ticket. I've got loads of pink tickets. Right. So I want to sell a painting. It's going to be this one, because it's the only thing that I've bought. I'm finally selling something. So, sell art. Gain the money. Not made a lot on it. I get $8. Remove the art. Go in my sold pile. remove a visitor, because someone from the gallery has bought that. Who's it going to be? Now, I want VIPs to stay in, but the person who bought this work of art determines which way up this card goes. So if a VIP buys it, I've got fewer VIPs in my gallery. But then this action is available to me where I can do the influence action more. And I've got the tickets to just bring them right back in. I think a VIP is going to buy it. So they've left the gallery. Yep, the contract is oriented in the right way. Return the signature token. And we have sold a work of art. I haven't done an executive action, though. Do I want to just get that VIP right back in? If I get the VIP right back in with these 2 tickets... Oh, no. I was just saying, if I got the VIP right back in with 2 tickets and then did the influence action, I'd get 3 influence and be up there. But that's 2 executive actions. You can't have 2. We're just going to have to spend 3 for the kicked out action, I think. I don't want to waste... My assistant... Oh, yeah. My assistant comes back, don't they? Thanks. Yeah, just floated in the middle of nothingness. We might as well spend the tickets, haven't we? We've got the tickets. Executive action. Pop them right back in. Lacerda leaves a worker behind. Kicks me out. And... Now, the kicked out action could just be doing that. I don't have to take the kicked out action. I suppose I could wait on a contract. You don't have to pay any influence to just do an executive action, which could be put my assistant on there, get 3 influence, and now next time I do a kicked out action, it's only costing me 1. I've talked myself right into that. I think that's the thing to do, right? So, yet again, back on my gallery. And then we do another combo here. So I've got 8 money, but that needs to be spent on buying new art, doesn't it? Because we've only done 1 work of art in all of this time. I'm not going to be able to buy 2 works of art, though, because I've only got 8 money. And especially keep buying these paintings, it's pricey. I could buy something else. Because it's going to cost 7 to buy a painting from that artist. If I discover an artist, I can now put a collector right in my gallery. It's so tough. And then all the kind of fame increases would get better and better. Yeah, let's do that. So I've kicked him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A white ticket goes away. There are 6 of each left. I'm going to discover this photographer. So a collector goes into the middle of the board. Bonus, I'm going to put a collector in my gallery, which I can now do because I've sold a work of art. I don't feel like Master Gallerist is on the way. Gets discovered. At 8 fame, I get their signature token. They are 2 stars. And that's it, isn't it? Discover the artist. I've done all of the stuff. And I could just buy that. And get ready to sell it. The downside is I can't just sell it because I don't have a contract for a photograph. But yeah, for now, that's our action. And then Lacerda comes along, leaves an assistant behind. I will take a kicked out action for 1 influence, thank you. And we could take discounts here. But no, I'm going to buy that photo. But you haven't increased the fame of the artist again. It will increase, though, as I buy it. Yeah, ideally, you could come and promote them, and then when you come back to buy it, it still only costs 8 for you. I'm just aware that I'm not taking full advantage of these signature tokens. I'm just thinking, if I buy it, they go up 5 spaces right away. I would almost double my money on that work of art, because it's 3 steps of fame plus 1 for every collector. And then I could still go and promote them. Or that they go, it would cost me 4, which wouldn't be too bad. Would get me a little bit of money, which wouldn't be bad in itself. Yeah, I like this way around. So I'm buying this. I've spent the influence to take the kicked out action. I'm buying this for all of my money. They get more famous. So that should have been in the signature section, but obviously I knew I was just going to buy a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps puts them up to 13, which makes them a gold star artist. So this that I've just bought for 8 is now worth 14. And I can promote them. It's not worth promoting them, though, is it? You want to promote? I mean, as cool as you thought you were then, you want to buy a painting, don't you? And keep promoting the painter because you want to make the painter famous. You've got the signature token of this photographer. That's safe. We've got to buy loads of photos, though. And this is going to put a VIP into the plaza for us to work on. Yeah. Buy this. It only costs 7, so I've got 1 money left. It's 0 stars plus 1 for every collector, so they just go up 2 stars. But this does mean they are a 3 green star artist. So the thing I've just bought for 8 is now worth 11. So that's something. I get a pink ticket. They go on there. I get this work of art. And you want 3 works of art in your gallery so you can unlock this. But it's all more difficult than it seems. Satisfying, though, when you can make it happen. A new visitor comes out onto there. Yeah, I've done all of that stuff, I think. And the art is exhibited. And I could just sell that. I've got a contract ready and waiting for that. But I want to come here, right, while I'm not kicking anybody out. And then I'm going to get kicked out again. Should this be empty? How's this happened? Have I just forgotten to put an assistant out? Because I didn't come here out of order, did I? We've kind of been going around and he's just been kicking me out constantly. Hey, CJ. It went very well. The streak continues. We'll be going into 10 with some bonuses. Really looking forward to it. Loving the Hadrian's Wall ongoing series. It's been like 10 months now, I think. Hey, Dustin. On Mars is definitely like... It's fantastic, but it's like... Out of all of the deluxe editions, it's far and away for me the most complex, the hardest to get my head around. The expansion, the solo mode in the expansion was easier for me to get my head around. But yeah, there's something about the flow of the Gallerist that I feel like it's less complex anyway, but there's a lot about the Gallerist that makes it feel smoother and nicer. But having said that, Rach, who I play all my games with, finds Kanban. Kanban is the only one that she really likes, and the only one that makes sense to her. Whereas this, like, to Rach feels as complicated and unapproachable as the others. Although she has played the Gallerist, I think a couple of times. But she didn't. She noped out of games of On Mars. And I think looked at the board for Weather Machine when I had the prototype and was just like, no, I don't think I'm going to like this. Which is fair enough. Different strokes. Right. What am I doing? Oh yeah. I don't know if this should be empty, But I'm going to assume it's empty and go there. So I want to keep promoting my painter then. How much would they go up? 1, 2, 3, which would put them up to gold stars and make their painting even more valuable. And then when I do a kicked out action in a minute, which is on its way, it's only going to cost 2 influence, and we could promote them again. I mean, that does not work at all for let's build up a ton of influence. But I think the VIPs have made it not a build up a ton of influence game, right? I'm promoting. Spend 3 influence. We're going to promote the painter. So 1 star plus 2 for my collectors puts them up to a gold star. Then Lacerda comes around, as he does, and kicks me out. Yeah, it feels strange doing it like this, that I'm just kind of getting in front of Lacerda and never putting any assistance down. We're in a game when I actually have assistance to be able to do it. Not that you can't do that. And I've still not bought anything other than paintings, so I'm limited to where I can go in the international markets. Right. So there's not really an executive action for me to do unless I want to just put a VIP straight into my gallery, which is nice. Kicked out action only costs me 2, and then I could promote them again. But I need 2 more works of art. But what I could do is at some point discover the other painter and buy their paintings on the cheap. And then they still count as masterpieces, right? At the end of the game for exhibiting. If this artist is a masterpiece, even if you originally bought them from this... Oh no, they've got the different signature token. No, ignore me. Yeah, you've still got to buy... If you keep promoting them, which is nice, but it means that in a minute, buying their paintings is just going to cost a fortune. Because I've still got to buy 2 more of them. Hopefully the investors will help with that. So do we want to promote again? We could promote the sculptor. You can promote people that haven't been discovered yet, can't you? Can you? I think this is just telling you what they start with. I don't think you can promote someone that hasn't been discovered. That seems wrong to me. As I came out with it, I thought, you probably can't do that. Can you? I think you can. I suppose, like, they're just we're just talking about them as an underground artist. We don't quite know who they are yet, but there's a buzz. So we could promote someone else. Maybe I've just wasted a kicked out action here. Not wasted, because I can just take the influence back. Just think, if I promote them again, their paintings are just going to cost a fortune that I'm not going to have. And they'll probably get the fame that they need by me buying their paintings later on, right? Oh, we could promote him. I've got his signature token. Yeah, forget this. We will do the 4 promotion. So I went here to do the kicked out action. I'm spending 4 influence, so yeah, forget building up. I've only got 1. I could use influence to hire. I've only got 1 money. And I've only got 1 space for an assistant. And I was here. 1, 2, 3. I could have afforded 1 assistant, and that would get me a ticket. But I think this is okay. I'm going to promote the photographer. Oh, I can't promote someone that hasn't been discovered. It makes sense. I've still got the signature token. I only need 1 photo in this entire game. So I can promote these... Like, I don't know why I'm picking that up. I can promote these all I want because it's still only ever going to cost 8 when I come to buy that photo. So, I also can't discover anyone until I've sold that photo. So I need to get on that. So, yes, we've done that. Paid the 4 influence. Popped that on him. I haven't got any tickets or any way of getting more collectors in. 2, 3, 4 money. So I'm up to 5. And he goes up 1, 2, 3 stars, which has made him a 3 gold star. I don't move anything yet. I haven't got one of his works of art. But then when I do buy this, I might even have another collector in my gallery by then. It would go up at least 5. He's going to be a 2 gold star artist when I come to sell it. It will only have cost me 8, and it'll be worth 17. So that's going to be great when that happens, but that's for future Tom. For now, I'm back at the naughty step of my gallery again, and we've got to go and sell, haven't we? I mean, the international markets are calling to me, and they're wondering why they're being ignored. But I think we wait on that. We sell. So I've got to get rid of a ticket. 5, 6, 6. We'll get rid of a brown ticket for kicking out Lacerda. Sell a work of art, and then I can leave an assistant behind, and when Lacerda comes around, we can get a work of art with... We can get a contract with the kicked out action. Okay, which thing do you want? Well, I want to buy a photo soon. The contract action of get money, it's still only 4 money. I mean, that is money. Getting someone out of the bag, though, especially like a VIP for making these influence actions loads better. I thought we were selling right now. That means we're taking someone out of the gallery. Yeah, we're selling. So I don't have to think about any of this. We are selling this painting. We've got a contract for it. I think, again, the VIP shouldn't leave. We have got 2 pink tickets. And we can get a VIP back in with that action. Yeah. So we get that assistant back. We're selling this painting with this contract. We are putting the VIP back out of the gallery again, so we can have the influence action up there. And I get 14 money, though, which is going to help. So I've got 19 now. So I'm going to need to buy the future paintings. They've left. That's gone that way. I haven't used any executive actions. I don't want to use that influence one, do I? I want to spend these tickets, probably, to put them back in the gallery. So they're available. If I had any white tickets, it would be amazing, because then we could have another collector in, because I've sold 2 paintings now. I shouldn't have that painting anymore. I've sold it. And then Lacerda moves around, leaves a worker behind, and is now going to go here, take that tile away. I am going somewhere and leaving an assistant behind. I've got a load of money. I probably want to buy something, or I probably want to buy something or discover someone. I can't discover someone because I've got the thing. So I'm kicking out Lacerda again. So that's going to be the 6 of everything. There's only 5 pinks. 5. Oh, actually, there's only 5 each tickets now. It needs to be done, though. Buy a photo. It cost me 8 because I've got the signature token. But their fame is about to go up. I would love it if I had one more collector in here, but we can't do anything about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are a 2 gold star artist. Oh, I shouldn't have that signature token anymore, should I? I don't get any tickets and no new people come in, but I have a lovely photo in my gallery now. That cost me 8. So I've still got 11 for when I get kicked out. I've got 1 influence for a kicked out act. I'm about to spend that, aren't I? Right. 2 new tickets on... Oh, that's a bag full of dice. It's not got the visitors in it. 2 new meeples on here. But probably not going to do anything with photos. I need to discover a 3D artist at some point in the not too distant future. So that's it, isn't it? Lacerda moves along, kicks me out. I can spend my only influence to get a contract. Now, what do you think? Do we just take this with it's an action that can get me 4 money? Just accept it, or do we draw 4 and risk there not being a photo contract in there? Because I want to sell that photo pretty quickly. Maybe even next turn come straight back. And kick out Lacerda. I would just love it to be like photo in the influence action, maybe. Or, yeah, photo and get someone out of the bag. So that I could have another VIP in, so that the influence action would get me 6, which would put me up to the next stage of cheap kicked out actions. It's just risk. If we risk it and go wrong, it's unlikely, isn't it, that we wouldn't get any photo one. And we could maybe just pick up a different contract whose bonus was get another contract. Oh, thanks, Steve. See you on Friday. Thanks for being here. I'm going to risk it. There's a photo one. There we go. So, all worth it. And there is one to get me another contract. But no, I'm going to go for this one. That's not going to work in time, is it? Did I do an... I don't think I did do on my turn. Maybe I'm just not going to do anything with a kicked out action next. Or I just do that as my executive action. Right, we're getting that contract. I get a pink ticket for it. Because it's the last space that I've got. Get my assistant back. On my turn, I could get 4 influence, which would mean the next kicked out action costs me 4 influence, but I've got enough money to buy something. Or we just get a worker. We just get a new VIP in and wait, and then that influence action will get me 6. And the kicked out action could be just an executive action. If we're going to sell right now, I need to use that action. Are we going to sell though? We could get an influence for the kicked out action by coming to the markets, get a reputation tile. I've got the money to do something on the auction. Yeah, do we spend 6 on an auction bid? I can leave an assistant behind here, whatever I'm doing. So the advantage of kicking him out there, he doesn't leave an assistant behind for the future. Because I'm going to need to come back to sell one more thing at least. And Lacerda can just kick me out at some point in the future to do that. Just if I come up here to sell or whatever I do, I'm not going to have the influence to be able to take a kicked out action here. We're gonna come here, and I'm probably going to regret saying that. I'm going to do a brown ticket, 5 tickets left, I think. They go in that space. I am going to spend 6 at the auction. Does this sound good? What do you want to do? We could gain 3 influence this way. We could just gain 1 influence and then gain 6 here. Yeah, first do an executive action. Get a... I was going to say a VIP. Is there a collector in the bag? There is 1 collector in the bag. I am going to put a collector in my gallery with that. I'm going to come into this column, which you need a collector and anyone else in your lobby. I'm allowed. I get 1 influence. I've paid my 6 money. I'm going to pop an assistant down here to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 influence. So the kicked out action's only costing me 1. And I'm now bidding 8 to Lacerda's 2 on this. I do need to discover an artist and make them really famous, but that's still to come. Lacerda moves, kicks me out. I spend 1 influence as a kicked out action. I've got 5 money, so I could buy the sculpture, but I need to buy and sell some 3D art from somewhere. So one of these needs discovering. At the end of the game, I am exhibiting yeah, you're limited on collectors. It's 1 plus 1 for every art you've sold. I haven't got enough room on screen, but I've sold 2 works of art so far, so I can have 3 collectors. Thinking, if I discover the cheaper artist, I get more people in my gallery. It's only I can't do another collector because I haven't sold another work of art. I would get 5 money for discovering that one, but they cost more influence to start promoting. Yeah, I'm going to discover this artist. So I've got their signature token. I get anyone from the plaza into my gallery. I am going to get a VIP into the gallery. We have to do some serious work getting their fame up because we've got to get celebrities for masterpieces. And it doesn't seem like there's time left. Right. So we have discovered a digital artist. They come in at fame 4, but their first promotion thing can be the influence action, which at the moment is earning me 7 influence. Yeah, hopefully that'll be nice. So that I've been kicked out. I've had my kicked out action. And now, do we want to do a double up on promote? I would like to buy a work of art from them. I would like to sell the painting that I've got for 17 money. Oh, what is the right order to do stuff in? It's tempting to kick him out because then he's not leaving an assistant behind. But you're spending the ticket anyway, so what difference does it make? I have got an influence action here, waiting. I probably wouldn't promote the photographer because I'm not going to have this exhibited. It's not going to be a masterpiece because I'm selling it. We could start promoting the 3D artist because, again, I don't want to promote the painter just yet because I want to buy their paintings, but they cost 12 and I've only got 5. So do we go and sell? And then we go and buy a new painting, and then we can start thinking about promoting people? Or do we start promoting the new artist we've just found? So it would cost me 2, and I would earn back 7. Oh, so a kicked out action would end up costing me 5, so that's not actually ideal. No, we do it. Leave you behind and do this. I've got no assistants right now. That's worrying. I'm going to have to get some. You could get some here. I've got no money. Just arguing with yourself. It cost me 2. So I'm doing that influence action. That gets me 7. It costs me 2 to promote the 3D artist. But then that gets me the influence bonus, which is another 7. So a kicked out action only cost me 5. And we're actually somehow, by some miracle, making it up this influence track. And then I could get assistants. I've only got 5 money, so that's only 1 assistant. But I don't have to get assistants. Did I get rid of a ticket for kicking them out? I don't think I did. So that's another white ticket. There are 4 of each left. And buying paintings, this is going to earn me tickets, which I don't want. And we need to have 5 of these reputation tiles. We need to build up art in the gallery. I can afford that, but then I'm going to have no money to... I do need to sell a piece of 3D art. How is there time for this stuff? Well, you'll find out as the game goes on. There we go. So you're being kicked out. I suggest you take a kicked out action. We don't want to promote the painter because that's scary. We want to promote the 3D artist again then, but that's tickets, and I don't want tickets. You got to get tickets, I'm afraid. And they've got to be 2 different. Oh, we didn't move the artist's cube. It should have gone up by 4. And then they go up by another 4. I am going to take a white. There's no VIPs. There is going to be. I think I've made a mistake in how many tickets I've had, maybe. So few tickets left. So it's up to me to do something. I'm going to get a kicked out action here in a minute. So I want an assistant available to do something with. What if you just bought an assistant then? And not done the promotion? I do like the sound of that. I mean, take backsies, sure. Shouldn't I be down here because... Oh no, it cost me 3 to do the promotion. If I don't do the promotion, I'm on 15. I don't have those tickets, and they come back 4. Unless I get a discount somewhere here, I've only got 5 money. I can only buy 1 assistant. I'm just really short on assistants, and they're really expensive now. That gets me a ticket. No, stick with your plan. Stick with what you did. See, normally, all of these take backsies and then, oh no, actually, you should have done that. Usually happen, they usually get snipped out. Yeah, stick with it, and then choose as a new action. So I've got the influence, use 2 to get kicked out here, and then we'll gain some for whatever we do out here. But I need an assistant, don't I? That's what I'm worried about. But selling the painting and Selling a painting just sends someone out of the gallery. But selling a painting is going to get me a ton of money for if we're doing the auction or something. But we don't want to do the auction because we need these tiles. It'll be okay. Sell a painting. Get rid of a ticket. It needs to be a pink. There are only 3 of each ticket. I had them all in piles last time, didn't I? That would have been way easier to see how many were of each. Like, I think like a few stacks of each colour. So we've kicked him out. I'm not going to have an assistant, am I, to... Maybe I will, to leave behind here. I do need more contracts, and I want more paintings built up here so I get this tile. But we're going to have to wait on that. I'm going to sell this painting. It's worth 17 money, though. So I should be pretty nicely off for the future. I've got $22 now. Sell their painting. You come here. I'm going to send out a collector this time. No, an investor. Brown. So it goes up that way around. I've nearly sold all I need to sell, but then I need to get loads of art to actually put in the gallery. I've got a lot of money now, though. So we're there. Hey, Kevin. How's it going? Vital's most fun game. Well, they're all this kind of stressful fun. Hopefully you enjoy that. I would say, if you're thinking about solo, this is my favourite solo. And the... easy's relative. The easiest to kind of handle and implement. The solo mode is, as you see, you do your turn and agonize over it, and then Lacerda just moves 1 space clockwise and gets in the way a bit. Even though it's just as simple as that, there's so much depth to where you kick him out and where he kicks you out for bonus actions and stuff. For multiplayer, I think Kanban is the most fun by far. I really like... I don't care about cars, but I really like the car factory. I really like the production line. I really like Sandra. You've got a boss in Kanban. Every player has got a boss that is going to travel around the factory and judge you pretty harshly. In your first game, you can make nice Sandra so she rewards the best person, but generally, Sandra is mean and punishes the worst person. They're all pretty fantastic, though, but they are my favourites. So Lacerda's coming here. So he goes before me and pops an assistant in there and takes that away. I am going for something from this column. So I'm kicked out action, spend that influence, earn 1 influence for taking something from this column. And then it's not going to be auction right now, I don't think. Because I need tiles. I've got 1 tile. I've got 1 more coming. I need 5 tiles. And actually, to be honest, there aren't that many left in the game. He will alternate. But I've got to get all of these tiles now, and I don't think that's possible. And to get the auction as well. What have I done? I should have come here before. It's not possible, right? So next time I come here, he will go down into the auction. And I can get another one. Then he will take another one from here. I can keep coming back, though, in between him. I just don't think I'll have the people to be able to do that. That's got to be the focus, though. If you want Master Gallerist, but I've got to buy a load of paintings. Yeah, I think I'm lost without my go-to strategy of there are loads of VIPs, get them as quickly as possible, and get this influence track right up here as soon as possible. For having a lot of collectors instead. And I'm a bit rusty. We'll keep trying for Master Gallerist, though. So I need one of these tiles. I can either take this. I can't take this one because I haven't had a sculpture. So either money for every 3 influence you have at the end of the game, or 2 money and an influence for every artist that's at 15 fame or more. I mean, there's 1 right now. There's going to be a couple more. So that's kind of lucrative. But Lacerda will take that next, which I'm worried about. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to have to put my assistant in that gap. So I probably want a free assistant as my next person to leave behind here. So free assistant gets me a ticket. Want a ticket. And buying art's going to get you tickets. It'll be fine. We've got to buy... We haven't got to buy 3D art, though. We haven't got to buy that. We have. You haven't bought one yet. You've got to buy that 3D art and sell it. Then we've got to buy 2 paintings and a sculpture. And then win the auction, and we get that. But if we let Lacerda keep going here, they're going to win the auction. Right. I've gained my influence. I've had the thing. That's okay. That was Lacerda's turn. That was me being kicked out. So now, I can leave someone behind here. And I've got a nice amount of kicked out influence to go and do something else for a minute. We need to buy more art, don't we? We need to lose a ticket. I'll say brown. Do I want to spend some tickets? I'm just aware that if I want to keep coming to this column, I need people still in my lobby. I do want more people in here. I've got 2 white tickets. We could... Yeah, let's do tickets. 2 white tickets. And someone actually had to leave the lobby, so we could say that was a brown, and then with the brown ticket, bring them back in. Yeah. So that works out. Then, buying a painting. Well, I just mean art. I do need to buy paintings and all sorts. I'm okay for buying now. No, I need to buy a 3D art, don't I? Buy it. Because we need to sell that, but you also need to buy these other things to exhibit. And you would like to build it up so you get that and can get some benefit from it. I don't think it's ever been this late in the game that I haven't built up to have 3 works of art in there. So I always left myself with no money. I've got influence, though. I could get money from there. So a painting is going to cost 12. I've got 22. Would still have money for other things. And that only gets me 1 ticket. Because if we try and wait to buy this, just thinking for triggering the end of the game, it's further away. But I've got to buy it sooner or later. I've got to buy it and sell it. Next kicked out action is going to be getting the contract for it. But then we're okay for contract and selling. We don't need that action ever again. Oh. The sculpture puts a VIP out. I don't know that it matters. Particularly. What I buy right now. So I don't necessarily need the money to sell it instantly straight on. I could still promote it though while I've got the thing. It's only going to cost me 4 no matter what. So I'm going to buy this for only 4. You go in here. I get a pink and a brown ticket. 2 tickets left. Their fame goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's so close. I don't know why I put the signature token back. They are 2 gold stars. So this that cost me 4 is worth 17. And I think that is that. I've had my action, haven't I? Because I did the executive action to get them in the gallery first rather than wait. Hey Monica, how's it going? You set the name for your blog. What is it? I'm looking forward to it. BGG blog, right? Yeah, I think we're okay. So Lacerda goes there and kicks me out. I can spend my 1 influence to come here. I want to get a new contract. And I only need to sell 3D art. So I do want to risk it and draw another one with a different bonus, but that will just get me someone in my gallery. So let's just go for that. It can cover up one of these, which does have the advantage of giving me an assistant back. And so does being kicked out. Now, leave a meeple behind there. Have I got to go to the markets? Really? I need 2 more of these tiles. If I need 5 by the end of the game, I need 2 more. 1 now, and 1 when I get kicked out, maybe, but I still need to come down and get... Let's see. If Lacerda gets here in the auction, they will have bid 8, and I will have bid 9. But if they come in both spaces, they will have bid 11 to my 9. And I need that to qualify for anything, I think. I think we need to come here right now. That's another ticket. When one of the stacks runs out, though, there's an intermediate scoring and you get stuff. But when Lacerda gets kicked out, you have to do the thing with the most. Right. So I only qualify for paintings, so it's going to have to be... Maybe this is why you wanted to buy a sculpture. We'll buy a sculpture in a minute. Yeah, because then I could get a tile from this row. No, the one I'm eligible for right now is this one. What do I want to do with it? I would love influence. At the moment, I would get 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 influence. Go right up. Tickets I absolutely do not want. Someone's fame could go up by 4. Oh, I would like that later. The 3D artist fame could go up, and then we can say that this is painted by them. And that can be one of the masterpieces at the end. Someone in the gallery. Nice, but I don't think as helpful. And if I'm about to get kicked back out... Oh, I'm getting 1 influence anyway. So I don't need more influence necessarily. What am I getting? 4, 6, 8. So no, it would cost me more if I got influence right now. We could just make the 3D artist. It's a bit wasteful because we've got too many people. Too many collectors, I suppose. But... then they're done and they don't need promoting, do they? They're a celebrity. I get 5 money, right, for them becoming a celebrity. And the 3D art that I'm about to sell is worth $20. Then I'm done here. Oh, no, I've got to kick someone out of the lobby. Be the collector because I can bring them back into the lobby with an executive action. I haven't done an executive action as well. Do I want to bring them right back in? Or do I want to bring someone into the gallery? Because I might sell it next action. Any more meeples? More assistance? Let's spend the tickets. You're in the gallery, you're in the lobby. Lacerda moves round. Oh, one single meeple, I like it. Sorry, my brain's a bit melty right now. They don't do anything. What am I trying to think about? I'm going to do a kicked out action because I absolutely desperately need to. And I need to buy something. I've got a load of money now, haven't I? I probably might as well start buying the paintings, because then I'll see the next tile and know if I need to promote to make them a celebrity by the end. So it costs 12 to buy this painting. You come there, I get a brown ticket. There's going to be an intermediate scoring in a minute. I think I finished this off first. So they're basically 1, 2, 3, 4 frame they get. 2, 3, 4. And next time, it's loads. It's 3 plus 1 for everything. And there's no tickets on it. Brilliant. I don't want tickets. So the next purchase is going to make them a masterpiece. I don't need to promote anymore. I don't think I need to get more assistants. This might be possible after all. I don't know how. We're going to have to kick out again to sell and to buy another painting. We do get one last round at the very end as well, where we can do anything. Can you go to the place that you already went to as your very last action? I think it still has to be a different place, so we're going to have to... Let me just check the end of the game stuff. Because we're going to have to plan out our turns properly. Is it covered like early on? Oh, in the end of the game, this will happen. It is a bit of a heavy game. Although for Vital Lacerda games, not that much. One more turn as normal, so I've got to move. So we've got to think about that as the last action. This could be the last action to make sure you win something. So I've got to kick him out. I need one more of these. I probably need to go to the auction one more time. If we've got to buy more things, can I afford... I can afford the sculpture. So I've got 11, so I can't afford the other painting that I need. We'll have to do that after we've sold the 3D art. So I'm going to come over here and kick him out. So at least he won't leave a thing behind. I can leave a thing behind. And buy the sculpture, which is going to get me a ticket. I've got to discard a ticket. Oh, we didn't do the intermediate scoring. You do an influence and the money action. So the influence... We could do this. Oh, no. This already happened a turn ago. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 influence. Woof! And 4 money. Not as woof. Still got 15 money. So, yeah. We kicked him out. Buy a sculpture. So it only costs 5. It's starting price because nothing's been done with this. I get a ticket. It'll be okay, I think. The game end is triggered by the last ticket being taken, and every time I kick Lacerda out, I take a new ticket. But then I get one more action. So kicking him out from here... Or... It might be possible. Right, let's buy this. I've paid the money. They go up 4 fame. So there are 3 green star artists. I've had my ticket. People have come out. I have got my third... What you call it? Fourth. My third work of art, which gets me my next reputation tile. What bonus do I want? Probably influence. How much is it right now? It's 10, which isn't ideal. I want an odd number of influence, really. Well, you could first do this action and get a VIP in here, so then you get 12. There we go. Someone's got to leave the lobby, though, which might hamper us here. I hope not. So then I get 12 influence. So it's a bit late, but influence is kind of working out now. And we need a couple of meeples up here. And, oh, excuse me for a second. I will be right back. And if I leave Lacerda there, I'll know it's Lacerda's next turn. I'll be back in a second. Hello. Okay, it was a few seconds. Right, Lacerda is not bothering me at all. Not kicking anybody out. Okay, this is going to need some fine-tuning. If I come here now, then Lacerda doesn't need to be kicked out because I'm there. Because if I wait, I'll have to kick Lacerda out. I was about to get a kicked out action, but I'll get one in a minute. So I can spend tickets to put someone else in my lobby if I want this. In terms of points at the end, they don't matter, do they? I just need the tiles. So, like, this will be worth more money to me. Influence and points. In terms of having a kicked out action, I'm right up here. It doesn't really matter what I get. I could just bid in the auction. And then someone else doesn't have to leave the lobby. And when I get kicked out, Lacerda will get this, though. Here, and then you just get this. Oh. Yeah, more people need to be in the lobby. My executive action has got to be tickets. And all there is in terms of tickets, there's no VIPs out, so the number of collectors that have come out this game. Investors, I mean. So yeah, we'll have to, executive action, we'll have to put a investor in the lobby. And so then... Who wins ties in the columns? I think Lacerda's got this column. I think I can get this column. Because if I bid here, I will have bid 12, and he can only ever bid 8. So I win the auction, don't I? And nobody leaves. I gain 1 influence, And we might as well, since I'm going to take a kicked out action in a minute and drop all the way down here, we might as well spend influence down to the next coin to get a 1-2 discount on this 3 bid and only spend 1 money for it. Influence is... well, there's a lot of things I love about this game. But the influence track and just dropping down to the next bit to get discounts and kicked out actions is just gorgeous. I need to drop off an assistant there. I think I'll win this column, and I have won the auction now, no matter what Lacerda does. 6, 9, 12. Yes. Lacerda. Speaking of Lacerda, I already kicked them out, didn't I? That's why they haven't got an assistant there. They leave an assistant behind there and kick me out and put an assistant. Let's see, they're alternating. It's auction next, isn't it? Am I doing that? I'm doing that right, aren't I? They just alternate between the sections, don't they? Yeah. So it's their third one. It's their sixth one. Even numbered go in the bottom. Now there's no space in the bottom. They would just keep filling up at the top. So they've gone for the auction again. But let's check that's right, isn't it? Yeah. They've bid 6, 7, 8. I've bid 6, 9, 12. So I will win that painting. And it's a masterpiece because the 3D artist is a celebrity. So I've been kicked out. Dropped down to the next influence thing, and I want one of these tiles. This one's going to be worth more points. We might as well go for a bit of a score. I don't want the tickets. Plaza into the gallery. So that's going to be... is everything okay with the stream? The screen just flashed, and now my live counter is back on 0. Hopefully it's all alright. It seems to be okay now, even if there was a bit of a blip. Yeah, because the recording thing is still saying 209. Why have I got him in my hand? Yeah, so I can only put a collector in my gallery. And then someone's got to leave the lobby. So that was my kicked out action. So I've got 9 money. It's 16 to buy the painting that I need. So I'm going to have to force the end of the game. But you get 1 more turn, which is the important part. So I have to discard a ticket for kicking Lacerda out. But I think it's okay. So sell something. I'm going to sell this 3D art. It's painted by someone who is now a celebrity. So gets me 20. Oh, we might as well use... we don't usually use the 20s. There's a 20 Marty Bucks. Put my money a bit visible. There's not much space doing it like this. And then that goes back. That goes there. My assistant comes back. Someone's got to leave the gallery. We could have a VIP leave and still gain loads of influence if we ever did this action, but I don't think there's going to be time to. Yeah, VIP can leave. I've got 5 of them. Lacerda comes and kicks me out. Oh, do I want a kicked out action? No. No, I could do an executive action. Just get influence right to the top. But you're going to get influence for these things. So it doesn't really matter. Might as well get... I don't think I need multiple assistants. I don't need to come back here. So might as well just do this to get money. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 more points. And then, so the end of the game has been triggered. Final action is going to be to buy a painting for 16. Which I think I've got. Well, I've got the 20 up there. Or no, I've got 15 actually down here. So we're going to have to break the 20. How much does it cost? 16. So we buy the painting. It's got no meeples or tickets on it. Well, it doesn't matter at this point. I've still got an executive action I could do as well. They get 3 fame, 1, 2, 3, plus 1 for every collector I've got, so it would be tons. But they are a celebrity. I get $5 for discovering a celebrity. This comes over to my thing. I get a signature token. Oh, I should already have a signature token from them as well. So both of my paintings by her are masterpieces. And then final executive action, it's an influence one, so it doesn't really matter because I'm going to get all the influence I need to get right to the top here. I suppose, like, in buying it, how much influence am I going to get from these? This is really kind of min-maxing it, but how many artists are on 15? 3. So I'm getting 3 influence from that. I'm going to have 4 things in my gallery, so that's 7. I've sold 4, so that's 11 influence. 12, 13, 14, 15 influence I'm going to get at the end of the game. So I could afford to get... I could afford to spend 10 influence from here, which is a discount of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 money I can get back. Because when we calculate these endgame tiles, I'm going to go right to the end anyway. And there's no point overshooting it. Unless there's something I've overlooked, I think we might have done this. So, final scoring. We've done one last round. There's no kick-out actions, by the way, in the last round. So, even Lacerda getting their action, it doesn't matter if they've got one or not, because there's no kicked-out actions. You just go back to your gallery. There is an executive action, though. Oh, so I could have done this, though, and got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more, which is another 1, 2, 3 discounts. Might as well. And just do this last card influence action. Right, so final scoring. There are little things here that you can use to count it out. So market column majorities. Oh, I've got actually my... Where's my sheet? My lovely solo game tracker. I've lost somewhere. It's under my chair. Poor thing. 2 days from retirement. Let's get a lovely pen then, because we can just write it down on this. So it's now a little over a year since last time. And in the market majorities, I think this should show us the market board. So who's got the majority in these columns? Lacerda's got this one. Gets 6 points. And I get the 3rd place one, right? In a 2-player game. Either way, like, the score doesn't really affect you. I think it's just 2nd place. So Lacerda would get 6, I get 3. I have got the majority in this one, though, so I get 15. Oh, you can't see my finger. So I'm getting 18 for markets. Then it's reputation tiles. So come over to my reputation tiles. For my scoring, I get... For every work of art sold, I get an influence. I've sold 4 works of art. So move myself up 4 influence. Everything displayed in my gallery. Well, like, we haven't done it yet, but this is in my gallery. Like, I have won the auction. This is for, like, curator reasons. I don't know if it counts for that tile, actually. Does it count for this tile? It's going to be in my gallery in a minute for the curator card. It definitely counts for that. But I don't know if it counts for this. So I might have worked that out wrong. So I get 1, 2, 3 influence, and I'll get 9 money. Artists at 15 or more, I get 3 influence for that. There's 3 artists at 15 fame or more. How many collectors? 1, 2, 3, 4 for influence. And that's all the influence I'm getting from there. So what more influence did you say you were getting? Oh, I didn't have this, did I? I should have 10 more right now. I didn't. I went on this card and I don't think I got the influence. I should get 10 from that card. So we're maxed out on there. Even with the one less, I had more than enough. And then money was 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 23, 25, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. And then for every 3 influence... I've just lost count of everything I just said there. So it's 11 times 3 plus 6, 39. And how many 3s have we got here? It's 11, isn't it? So 50. Which, I've actually done better than that before. I've had 57 from reputation tiles. One of these times. Then you look at what's exhibited. I think this does count, because this counts for how much stuff in your gallery is. I think before we start counting this, you get your auction thing and it counts. Oh, you get the money for the auction thing in a separate category. There we go. So everything exhibited in your gallery, you look at how much it's worth. So the paintings are worth 20 each, and the sculpture is worth 11. So 51 for what's left in my gallery. Last time it was worth 74. And then the piece of art I got at auction was done by a celebrity. So that's worth 20 as well. Usually you can't, but once they become celebrities, they don't make art anymore. But this is a kind of loophole around that. If you had art from before, like I did, that counts. But winning that auction, you can say, like, I think even if there's 2 3D artists, you can say, no, it's by this one, and it's a masterpiece. So then, now this is all lovely in my gallery. This space, by the way, like, you could have had things in your gallery building up earlier than I did, but this space is reserved. Only a masterpiece can go in that space. But luckily it is a masterpiece. So we can look at my curator card. So I've got, what if I've done this wrong now? Painting, sculpture, 3D art. 15 points from the curator card. For the dealer card, I have sold 3D art and photo for that one, and then 2 paintings for that one. So 20 from the dealer. If you remember, the goal was you need 35 combined from these 2 cards. Then influence, we are all the way at the tippity top of the influence, so that is $20. It's written underneath. And then money left over, not that much. 20, 34, which is actually a lot more than I had last time, but I feel like the score overall is going to be a lot more than last time. Look at, you can see my previous performances. Hey, can you tell the time from before I started a channel, how many times I played it in a row, to afterwards? The multiplayer games, of course, not on here. Right, what do I need to do now? Oh yeah, I've put the keyboard on my lap for a sneaky calculator. This is not a new high score. Oh, I was so hopeful. It is in total, not that score matters, 228. I had 3 masterpieces. And so we can look now at the goals that we had. So Master Gallerist, 35 money total from your curator and art dealer. One more time. I can just about fit in. I can't really fit it in. Master Gallerist. So that's good. I was really worried earlier, like thinking there is absolutely no time left in this. I have completely wasted, too many turns, getting tickets when they weren't needed, getting that, expansion tile that had 3 tickets on it. That's like, but hopefully getting the people in from the tickets and juggling them about through your lobbies. Hopefully, that balanced it out. And we've retained or is this going to be a yearly thing? We've retained the title for now of Master Gallerist, but that could all change when next we gallerize. It does count. Yeah, it like you don't count it in your score until this point for some reason, but you yeah, I think for all intents and purposes, it's in your gallery. The person who won the auction, we can see, right from the beginning who won the auction. So I think for all of these, it counts. I'm not sure if I counted that towards the score. Either way, I'm happy just meeting those requirements because, like I said at the start, if you are, it feels like the times when I get like absolutely no rank in this, it's because I was trying for Master Gallerist and messed it up, and so because the other two, the two lower tiers, their requirements are so different, like do the best thing in your curator card. Well, what if you were aiming for 10 on this and sell all of these artworks instead? I don't know if that's practical. I wonder if, yeah, it's probably in like the Board Game Geek forums. I wonder like how people are doing it, if people do it that way, or people start in different positions and stuff. I'm sure like there's plenty of variety and things. It's just like a particular way I like to start to keep Lacerda away from this for as long as possible. But you can see that there's still ways you could have won the auction if he'd come in a different order, and there's still ways of you getting all of the tiles. Oh, I haven't got enough. Yeah, the score would be a bit different because I would have had to put a worker down in this space and the one that got me the money. So yeah, I should have a bit less from that. I think probably about 10 less money because I wasn't putting meeples down for that. I was thinking like, oh, I've actually got loads of assistants left at the very end. So yeah, there's a little asterisk on there. But hey, there's probably tiny asterisks on a lot of the games, right? Hey, it's kind of the nature of board games. But I really enjoyed that. I'm glad when I put these things in every so often that they get like a good amount of votes, because like when I put the Gallerist in, it's because I've been thinking for like a few weeks, I'd really like to play the Gallerist again. But where's the time? I'm learning new things. Right, so that is it for now. I am going to be doing my offline video making. What will I be doing? Architects of the West Kingdom Works of Wonder expansion has arrived. I am going to be doing the brand new solo mode that it comes with. So that's going to be a recorded playthrough that'll be going up on Patreon hopefully this week. And the first episode of Scythe Rise of Fenris will be going up very soon. That's ready to upload. Yeah, help support the channel if you can. It would be massively appreciated. I think links are in the description. Patreon.com/slickerdrips, or there is Ko-fi as well. Get all sorts of benefits, but mainly it's the reason I'm able to be doing this. I will be back and joined by Rach at 5 p.m. BST UK time for some more Seize the Bean. We're going to up the difficulty. We're going to completely change all of the customer groups that are on offer and see if we can win again at a heightened difficulty where the star bots are going to start stealing things basically from us and getting in our way in a more aggressive fashion. I hope you can join me for that. Hope you'll enjoy the playthroughs that'll go up in the meantime. Thank you very much for being here and advising me, putting me back on track. And hey, it's a shared victory, isn't it? It's a shared Master Gallerist title for sure. Thank you everyone for being here though, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye.